It's week 2 of the National Football League,
where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises.
It's the Giants
And the Commanders.
and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Just a little ways east from the nation's political arena, we're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Welcome to week 2, everybody. Kate Scott and Brock Heward here with you. Really happy you could join us in a game that's already an early must-win for both of these teams, Brock. They were each losers back in week 1.
It's only 2 weeks, Kate, of a 17-game season, and people I know out there are going, come on, a must-win right now. But the percentage of teams all-time who make the playoffs after an 0-2 start, it's right around 10%, so you are spot on once again. Not impossible to do, but your season outlook's a whole lot better if you're the team who wins this one.
Neither team got the start to the season that they wanted. Let's see who can right the ship as week 2 gets underway. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. They are brought out by the undrafted free agent from Illinois back in 2023, the pride of New Jersey, Tommy DeVito.
Kate, I know you get tired of hearing me say there's no substitute for experience, but it is totally true. Taking the reins of an NFL team as a young quarterback, you want the game to slow down, and the only way it slows down is to get more and more of these opportunities to go lead your team game in and game out. I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here's 2nd and 2. He's smartly won't risk something here, just chucks it away. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. They're going play action. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. So now the Commanders will get their turn at an opening drive of the game. And leading them out, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, the number 2 pick in the NFL draft out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Well, here he comes. Here comes the Heisman Trophy winner from a season ago, and what a show he put on, man. He was a stat stuffer. Over 1,100 yards rushing. Looked a lot like Lamar Jackson did back in the day in college. And oh, by the way, 40 touchdowns passing, too. You know why this Washington organization took him so high in this draft? They want him to be Lamar Jackson. They want him to be dynamic, and he's going to get his career off and running.
And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is one of those situations where QB's strength and ability to run can be a great blessing, but can also be a curse. We've seen him use his feet before. This guy can escape, and that's a blessing. But it can be a curse because sometimes you think you can get out of everything, and this defense just proved he couldn't.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
So no return on that punt. And it'll be Giants football. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity Tackles for loss when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Play made by Deron Payne. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. He's dropping back to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing now on 1st down. Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And a solid gain there, gets him across the 45 before he goes out. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, it's Tracy. And he's able to get this down to the 36. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down. They go play action here. Try for Robinson, but it's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. He got in front of that one for the pick. Looked like that's the receiver it was designed to go to on that play, too.
Yeah, the QB just must have missed the lurky defender in coverage right there. That's where, as a QB, you've got to have the vision to not just see your route, but see those defenders in front of it. If you stare down your receivers in this league, turnovers follow.
Here comes the Washington offense out to the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And this is an interesting game for both they and their rivals across from them, Brock, getting a key division matchup so early in this season. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. 5 men in the secondary for the G-men now, ahead of 3rd down. Out of the gun, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. If they get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now here comes the New York offense. By this point, partner, they are through that opening script, through trying to establish their offense, and yet still no points. Thinking it might be time to start switching things up a little bit, tear up the old game plan and start fresh.
Well, I promise you that's what's buzzing on the headsets and over on the sidelines and in the huddle. Got to find a way to just get into some sort of rhythm.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. One quarter down for these two NFC East teams. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's 2nd and 7. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this first half, and you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough 4th down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Here's Jamie Gillen on again for the punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. Got 44 yards on his 1st kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. To the left and hauled in by Likely. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. A handoff for Robinson, running right. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Azeez Ojulari getting there for the tackle. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Daniels from the pistol. To the sideline it goes. He makes the play. Pass caught. Both feet are down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
He'll get this one to Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Got Sinnott. It's complete. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Rolling left, and he will score. It's a Washington touchdown. The Commanders get the game's first points here in the second. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Giants offense all set to get started. They aren't even quite sure what this team is going to settle in as this season, Brock, but already this is an important contest for them that could have postseason implications down the line. Motioning the tight end now. This is complete to Neighbors. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give the quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion.
And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York! The Giants start to fight back with their first points of this game. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Giants tie this game 7-7. Gano ready to send this away. This return starts at the 5. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And after watching their passing attack take them the length of the field last drive, Brock, I expect we're probably going to see a heavy dose of the aerial attack again here. On first down, here's Daniels. Taking a deep shot here. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Play fake here, Daniels. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing from the gun. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Giants and Malik Neighbors set to go to work again. And they have made it no secret that they want to go his way in this game, right? And the results so far, I'd say very promising. Throwing from the gun here. Catch is made. It's Jalen Hyatt. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. The Giants using their first timeout as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Looking for a throw here. A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down. kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Complete out to the right. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He's trying to push the field. Try for Robinson, but it's intercepted. Mike Sandler still makes the play. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. The Commanders head out now late in the first half. Daniels on 1st down. That's complete. Here's Brown. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Now Daniels to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. From the 48. This one taken in by Zacchaeus. And they make the tackle at the 38. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Again, Daniels to the air. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has him on the quick hitter. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Here's Daniels. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, Kate, my years in Indianapolis with Peyton, he loved to know the tendencies of a defense. In 3rd and short, more often than not, all across the league, you get man-to-man coverage. It really is a good time to throw. Unfortunately, couldn't execute that pass, and a 4th down instead.
They'll run it with Robinson. And the hit stuffs him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, it's almost like the defense was in the offensive huddle before the play. They dialed up the perfect blitz to encircle and cut off that run. And the reward is they get off the field.
The Giants getting one more series here before the half. And with field position and the clock against them, probably not going to see anything of substance here before halftime. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 31. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. That brings us to halftime, and these teams locked up on the scoreboard. It's a 7-7 ball game. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And it's the Cowboys on top as they play the second quarter. The Cowboys locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Indianapolis Colts. 3 touchdown passes there for Jordan Love. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Lions were winners last week. They're looking to get to 2-0, and they lead at home. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stuffed on the return at the 27. The Commander offense with the football first to begin quarter number 3. They passed on the field goal, didn't get it on 4th down. Interested to see what they do if a similar situation arises on this next possession. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They strike for 23 yards. And the Commanders will have a first.
Gosh, I love that creativity of the play call. Name of the game is putting the ball in the hands of your best, your playmakers, creating matchups for them to take advantage. And this time, not as a receiver, but as a runner. That is job well done.
Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, Daniels. He finds Brown right side. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Got his target, Zacchaeus. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers, or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Robinson goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Commanders break that tie and now lead by 7. It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Has this at the 6. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. New York taking over once again. The offense heading out. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. Ball at the 33 for first down. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or 2 ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking to the air here. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Gotta read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you gotta react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Commanders' drive is going to start from deep on their own side of the field. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. Has a man, it's Ertz. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Bobby Okereke making that stop. And the Giants going nickel, 3rd down coming. To throw, Daniels. Got a man, Robinson has it. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball. Kate, hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Bobby Okereke making that stop. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Complete out to the right side. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks. Here they come, this is 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Daniels. Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Commanders will have a first. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
Austin Eckler, the ball carrier. He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. That's knocked away by a defender, incomplete. That one vehemently swatted away. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Back to throw, here's Daniels. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains. It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
It's all lined up. Seibert now ready to send this flying. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants and Tommy DeVito all set to take over. And as we can see here, it hasn't been the easiest game for him to operate out there, right? Number of rough moments for him. This defense able to pick him off twice to highlight their performance against him. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Finds his target, Robinson. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 2nd and 3 now.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
2nd and 3. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Mike Samba still makes the play.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
The Commanders set to take over. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Forced out to his right. He's keeping it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that 1st. Give him 13 on that play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
That's good for Washington. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Robinson. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 13-yard line.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. Juke the defender. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. So now here's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Daniels back to throw. He's got it! And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Goal at the 1-yard line.
Throwing now, Daniels. On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Commanders can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down. And when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Set to kick off.
Fielded at the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And he's been the victim of 3 interceptions already in this game, Brock. Passing lanes kind of reminding me of LA traffic. Pretty hazardous throughout this game.
Yeah, just a mess and nowhere to go. And it's an awful place both on the highway, and trust me, when you're in the pocket looking at this defense too, it's miserable. Everything's been contested. Everything's been hard. No gimmies. It's a real testament to the work this secondary has done to prepare for this matchup.
Oh no, they get him yet again! Benjamin St. Juste picks it off. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. Daniels on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. From the gun, it's Robinson. Oh, what a stiff arm. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw out of the gun. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Andrew Phillips. And the Giants have it as he records the first interception of his young career.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
The Giants about to get to work on offense. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line. Working quickly here. From the 16. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception to just forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
A throw left side caught by Neighbors. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's 2nd down. He'll throw it yet again. Finds him on the slant. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Has his man, it's Tracy. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing it again here. Finds Hyatt. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question the greatest concern there was just getting the 1st down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
Sideline throw reeled in by Neighbors. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Still sticking with the passing game. Setting up the screen. And this one doesn't go far. Gotta hurry this to the line. 3rd down from the gun. Coverman is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
A handoff to Tracy. And he's going to get this to the 29 before he stopped. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
Second and 6.
On the give, here's Eckler. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. That's good for 7 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
10 at the 40-yard line.
So score this as a win for the Commanders. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. It's a win for the Commanders. As with that, we sign off from D.C.